Welcome back to the channel, Legends and Losers. I know you're out there watching. So today I thought it would be cool if we did a Legend of Korra survival challenge. Now she is going to be going up against the original villains from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I want to see if she's gonna survive any of these 1v1s. I want to just say this, I'm not going to obviously pit Korra against like some of these villains like while they're at their prime. You know, I'm not gonna say season 1 Korra versus Atozy. That doesn't make any sense. If she's going up against Atozy, it's because she's gonna be at her strongest as well, you know, and I think that's going to, it's in all fairness, you know what I mean, because I hate when people do these scaling type videos and they do them kind of unfairly. I think the character sucks, yes she does, but I'm not going to downplay the fact that she is to some degree a master martial artist and a bending master as well. So I'm not going to pretend that's not the case or it doesn't exist. I'm going to treat this very fairly. So first off, first up on the chopping block, we got our boy Zuko. Right now, Zuko is one of my all-time favorite characters, you know, for good reason. Obviously he is the GOAT of the original series, but sadly I do not think he is going to win this. I think Korra is way too aggressive of a fighter. I think he is going to be outmatched in terms of aggression here. The reality is, while I do love Zuko's character, Korra is a beast, and I think she's just going to outskill him. Even if we were to do season 1 Zuko versus Korra, I think he's pretty much gonna get slapped up. You know, he's definitely going to lose, and even if we do final season Zuko, he's still gonna lose, but he's not gonna go out like a bitch. You know, Zuko ain't no pussy. He's not gonna go out like a pansy ass, you know. So I think Zuko is going to go in, goes down swinging. These are the categories, by the way. She's either cooked, it's close, but goes down swinging, or Korra stomps. And sadly, Zuko falls here. Next up, we got the notorious psychopath, Azula. Like, Azula, in my opinion, is going to freaking destroy. She's going to absolutely destroy Korra here, because Korra, in my opinion, lacks one thing. She lacks discipline in her fighting style. She is easily going to be baited by she's going to be baited by Azula here. It's going to be easy for Azula to do that. I'm not talking about crazy Azula, I'm talking about peak form Azula. Wait, this isn't peak form, my bad. Peak form Azula here is going to just bait Korra by taunting her. She's going to play her like a freaking puppet, and she is going to dominate that fight. Azula is the queen of rage baiting, bro. We know that she is going to just play mind games with Korra, and pretty much that's how the fight is going to end. Korra is going to fall for the rage bait, and she's going to 100% lose this fight. It's unfortunate, but it just is what it is. I'm not the one who made her character this way. Anyway, so moving on. Wait, no, I'm not moving on yet. I gotta put, yeah, she's cooked. I gotta put Azula in. She's cooking Korra easily, in my opinion. I wouldn't say easily, but she's definitely cooking her, you know, 100%. You know, next up we got freaking, oh my god, we got Fat May. Fat May over here isn't doing shit. She is getting cooked this time. I think May is not doing anything to affect Korra here. Korra is 100% outmatching her in every single way. May fucking sucks, by the way. I am 100% team Jin. Jin all the way. Jin was a better character for Zuko. I know we're kind of getting off track here, but it doesn't matter. I just had to say my piece on this. I think that not Korra, I think that May is a very sucky character, and she's really not that good of a fighter by the end of the day. You know, when you really look at it and you look at the other characters in the Avatar verse, there's many more characters who 100% outskill her. I think she's just there because she's associated to Azula. Next we got Ty Lee. Now Ty Lee is 100% roasting Korra, because we've seen Korra go up against chi blockers before, and in my opinion, Ty Lee is much better of a chi blocker than the ones that she went up against. I think that Ty Lee is one of these characters who just straight up outmatches her in a lot of ways, and that's okay to say. It's okay to admit when a character is just better than someone else. I think that's fine. Ty Lee has shown multiple times to be able to put down dozens of people by herself. I don't think Korra having access to the 4 elements is going to do her any saving or anything at all. I think ultimately what's going to happen is Korra is going to end up like this. She's just going to end up paralyzed, crawling on the floor, and Ty Lee is just going to be like, yeah, you lost, man. Like, you lost, and it just is what it is. Next up, we got Jet. Wait, hold up, I gotta fix this. Hold up, let me fix this. There we go. I'm gonna just put one of these right here. I'll put this right here. There we go. I need another leaf. I think there's another leaf at the top too. Yes, alright. We got Jet, bro. I think Jet is 100% going to try the same thing that he did with Katara. He's gonna hit her that smooth operator type voice. He's gonna try rizzing her up. Korra and Jet would be around the same age too. And let's be honest, Jet is kind of Korra's type because he's kind of a Mako type, when she was 17. So I wouldn't be surprised if she kind of fell for some of his riz, as the young people say. But if she found out that he's crazy, I think she's 100% slapping him up. I think he doesn't stand any chance against her if she does find out that he's just a crazy piece of shit. Why do I keep forgetting to put these people in their freaking tier list? Alright, we had May, she goes in Korra Stomps. We had Ty Lee. Ty Lee goes in, yeah, she's cooked. Then we have Jet. I think Jet, it should go into It's Close. Or maybe goes down swinging, I guess. Maybe. Definitely behind Zuko. But anyway, next we got a few more clowns on this list here. We got General Zhao. Yeah, that motherfucker is, he's cooked. 100% Korra is dominating that fool. Any character that tries to go at Korra with just pure aggression, they're going to lose, because Korra is an aggressive fighter. She doesn't really know how to finesse, honestly. She mostly goes after people with overwhelming force. That's one of her main tactics. You see her do it in almost every single fight that she's in, and anyone who out finesses her, most times they end up winning those fights. So when it comes to General Zhao here, if I could find a goddamn thing, I think he's gonna get stomped. Absolutely, it's not even gonna be close. This is an easy win for Korra. Next up, we got the Boulder. You know what, and I'ma also add the Pirates too, because I think, all of these people are trash. They are not going to hold a light up to Korra. Korra is going to be putting the paws on these individuals easily. So let's pick someone else that's more challenging. Let me put them in the bottom as well. I gotta put them here. Oh, we also got these 2 weirdos that was kidnapping little rich girls. They're gonna go in the get stomped category as well. She is 100% pawing them up too, But anyway, let's pick someone who is more challenging next. We're gonna go for Ko, the face stealer. And honestly, I think Korra here is absolutely washed. She is not winning against Ko, the face stealer, because she is not calm. She does not have that discipline that I mentioned so many times in the video already. I think Korra is going to, I think Ko is going to straight up sneak up on her. He's gonna sneak up on her, and then he's gonna do some type of wild shit. He's gonna do something weird, or he's gonna taunt her, and she's gonna freak out as usual, which is within her character. And then boom, there goes her face. Bye bye to Korra. She is dead. There's literally no other way for me to say this, but she is dead. She's dying here. She's gonna lose her face. No one can argue otherwise. We've never seen Korra actually remain calm in a situation where she should remain calm. It's just not within her character. Any facial expressions you make while you're in the presence of Ko, he somehow steals your face. And I'm pretty sure you either starve to death or like suffocate, or maybe it's like a spiritual thing where where he steals your soul, like your soul and your face is associated with each other or something, you know. But anyway, Ko, the face stealer, is 100% going to go in. Yeah, she's cooked. She's 100% cooked. I'm being super honest. You know, next we got Hama. Hama is the bloodbender from the original series. You know, she's a very old lady, but on a full moon, she is very dangerous. The only thing is, though, we gotta talk about this a little bit. I think with Hama versus Katara, it made way more sense because obviously Hama was trying to force Katara into learning bloodbending. It had a lot more nuance to that fight and their interaction. She taught her a dark lesson by force. That's basically the whole point of Hama's interaction with Katara. And I really loved the way that they did it in the original show. Whereas when you look at the way they did the interactions between Korra and Amon, it was really terrible. The reason I say it was terrible is because they made Amon so stupidly broken, bro. Look at the way he's holding these two up in the air, like if he's Darth Vader or something, right? They made him so broken. And they kind of showed you the only way to break out of this is if you trigger the avatar state, right? But then they wrote themselves into a corner by doing so. By doing this, they had no choice but to have a bunch of nonsense stuff like this happen, where we have what's his name, Mako, using lightning bending literally without any build-up. We have this dude, Amon, who is supposedly controlling him with bloodbending. Somehow he breaks out of the bloodbending and zaps Amon across the room, which, you know, in my opinion, lightning used to actually have impact, but now lightning, you can get struck by lightning. Yo, look at how hard he gets zapped here. He gets zapped and then gets thrown like 50 feet into a wall, and then he just stands up and walks it off like nothing. The point that I'm making is, in Legend of Korra, they kind of broke, you know, bloodbending. Bloodbending, it really doesn't have the impact that it had in the original show. They made it too broken and then not broken at the same time. So they had no choice but to have Korra just magically discover that she can airbend. And also, she is also able to resist his bloodbending without the avatar state. They just do so many things that ruin it. I'm saying all of that to say this. Obviously, Korra is still going to win, but I think it's close. I think it's close, but she's only going to win if, let's say she has the avatar state. I don't think Hama is going to allow all of the bullshit that happened in with Amon to happen with her. I just don't think that's going to happen. I think she's going to win. Korra is going to win the fight, obviously, but I think Hama is going to be a bit more ruthless, and then she's going to give her a run for her money, in other words. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so next up on the block we got Combustion Man. So Combustion Man, in my opinion, is one of like the coolest characters. Like this shot will always be amazing. When he first ambushed the team, I think it was one of the sickest fights in the entire show. When we saw him pull up on them, they were legit sleeping, bro. How are you gonna pull up on people while they're sleeping? That's such a messed up thing to do. So he tries going after them, and you could tell that Team Avatar was kind of struggling to some degree. Me personally, I think if Korra was to fight Combustion Man, if she can keep him at a distance, she is going to have a much higher chance of survival and winning. So I think Combustion Man is going to go. It's close, but if he keeps her at a distance, he's gonna win. If she closes the distance, she's going to win, you know. So yeah. And then lastly we got Atozy. Now this one 100% is like, it's a tough one. Atozy is going to be coming after Korra with all he has. He's also going to be amped with the comet, and in my opinion, I think it's going to be close. but Ozai is going to lose. I don't think he is going to outmatch her in terms of aggression. I think Ozai, the only way if Ozai wins is if he straight up lightning strikes her. So this is the list here. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all agree? Do you think this list makes a lot of sense? If you think it doesn't make sense, tell me why in the comments below. And yeah. Oh, also, if you would like to become a character in my story, I'm working on my own story inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you would like to become a character within this world, all you gotta do is let me know in the comments below and I will make that happen. So you gotta be 18 years and older though, because the story itself is very mature. If you would like a free character, free background characters, they just go in the background. They don't really have much of a role. But if you would like to be a character that has a role, you have to do some sort of donation to the comic, okay? And yeah, besides that, you'll have a good rest of your day. Later. Bro, why is this like this?